Hey, welcome to today's edition JK Market. We are going to look at the week and see the weekly analysis for various pairs in the currency market for next week. So the first pair we are looking at here is the Euro USD. So in this new month, I'm expecting that the euro is going to be very stronger than the dollar. So what I expect here is a pullback to this area and then a move to the upside. So let's look at it from this perspective. So I expect a move to this area and then this area. So let's follow it this way, and then there was a move to the downside, and then there is a structure here. All of a sudden the structure got broken, so I expect a move to this area and then a move to the upside this way. So where is our first target? Our first target is here, but in JK market we like to roll with the fundamental, and then when taking into consideration the fundamental move or this pairs, we expect a move to the upside in this month of August. So the month of August, we expect Euro USD to take up the upside. So how do we set the entry? So our entry is going to be around this area here. So the green area is our entry. So I'm going to set it down, and then next week we will take a look at it and see what happened. So I'll enter at the halfway of the green label there, and then my stop loss is going to be just a little below that area. So something like this is okay, and then I'm moving up to this area, and then our second trade will be around this area here, and then our stop loss will be at the middle here, and our take profits will be there. But the take profit, I'm setting it just because of the time being, since the trade is for a week. So what I expect is I expect a move to the upside, and then I trail my stop loss to the upside. So the next pair I'm going to look at will be GBP US dollar. So this is GBP USD. So previously my analysis was to come to the downside on this pair, but when we look at the fundamental analysis for GBP USD, it proved that GBP USD should be taken to the upside. Now looking at the way this pair is moving, I'll expect a move to the upside around these areas. So let me just clear my drawings and do it again so we can all understand. Yes, so there is a support around this area here. So what do I now expect? I expect a move to the upside. Now we can see from what is happening that there is higher high forming. So lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, and then there is no higher, lower high. So right now we start moving to the upside, so I expect a buy move in this area here. So let's go to a smaller time frame and see what we can look at to be able to buy GBP US dollar to the upside. So where can we buy this pair? So I expect this to move to the downside around this area here, around this area. So I'm going to put something here like this and change this color to green and move this to this area here. So how do we set up the trade? You put your trade around this area halfway, Yes, your stop loss just a little behind this area here, so something here like this, and then you keep trailing your stop loss as we usually do. So this is my trade plan for GBP USD. So let's look at AUD USD. So AUD USD is already respecting the zone here on the 1 hour time frame. I'm also expecting a buy on this pair. Yeah, so the pair have reached the end of the range, so I expect a bullish trade around this area here. So how would this pair set up, or how would this trade be? So let's go to our 1 hour to see if we will get something better to be able to trade this pair. So what I think here is that we can wait for this pair or draw a Fibonacci retracement. Since we can all see that it's trending up, so maybe we can wait till this pair reach around this area here. Yeah, so we want this pair to move to this area here, and then to the upside. So how do I set up this? So this is my stop loss, and I take profits at the nearest high, which is this area here. So this is my trade plan for AUD USD. Let's go to the JPY pair. So my first pair is Euro JPY. Fundamentally is to buy. So I'm going to set up a buy trade on this pair. Yes, because I trade in line with my fundamental. That's all I do. I only trade in line with what my fundamental is saying. So currently I can't find any suitable trade on this pair because none of the plans here have arranged in line with my trading strategy. Okay, but those who want to sell, they should already be in a sell position if you are a bear. So let's look at the pound JPY. So this is the pound against the JPY, also trending down until I see a bullish setup. I'm not interested in this currency pair. So these areas are important areas that I'll be looking at for next week. So I can also look at the card against the JPY to see what is also presenting there. So this is the card against the JPY. So I'll want to mark down this support area and expecting this thing to move to this area and see the reaction there, and that will inform my decision on what to do with that pair. So the next pair I'm going to look at will be gold. Yes, so I'm going to look at gold. Now my trade analysis is that gold will be buying now. So what do I expect, or what do I want to do? I'm expecting a buy trade for gold. So I'm going to be waiting around this area here for a pullback to the downside. Yeah, so I'm going to go to a smaller time frame like 30 minutes to see what is happening there. So let me see 1 hour first. So let me clean this. Yeah, so if you are a bull, you should be able to pull the trigger around this area. So I'm going to draw plan A and plan B if you are a bull. So if you are a bull, plan A is that you wait it for it to move to this area here, and then move to the outside, and then down, and then up. So this is our plan A, and then plan B is a move to this area here, this area halfway here. So this is my plan B. So I'm changing this to this color, and then I'll arrange this area like this, and that is for plan B. So this is for plan B. So the next pair we're going to look at will be oil. So USD oil. So you can see how well oil have been respecting the zones. Yeah, so oil has broken this area. So let's go to 1 day to see if there are any important areas here. So this is an important area where oil can fall. It's an important area. Yeah, so you have to observe this clearly, because oil can start falling from this area. Yeah, so how do you set this up if you are a bear? If you are a bear, you want this to move down into this area and then break maybe this area here. Yeah, you have to be patient enough to allow it happen. So you want something like this, and then move back to either this area or this area. So plan A and then plan B, and then move to the downside. So that will be for oil. So I think there is nothing really to do on oil. So let's look at some of the CHF pairs. So Euro CHF. So Euro CHF, we have plan A and plan B. Plan A worked very well, perfectly well. So that's about about 140 or 150 pips. So let's see what next. What next is that the pair is no longer doing lower low, lower high. I can see some higher high rather forming. So you monitor to see what will happen, because fundamentally Euro is going to be very strong, or Euro is stronger compared to the CHF. So these are daily charts. So this is our daily chart. So maybe you could wait for a break to the upside, but it's not very clear as to what you would want to do, because a bear could have just picked it from this area here to the downside. That's if you are a bear, you would have been in the trade to the downside. So I don't think there is something much to do there. GBP CHF, we had the opportunity here, so you should have gotten this trade, but nothing better there. GBP NZD ranging here, so it's either it breaks to the upside and I'll be interested in picking it. So I'm interested in something like this, a break and pull back. So maybe a break like this and then a pull back, and I'm ready to push it up. So that's for the British pound NZD. That's what I'll be expecting. So let's look at some of the exotic pairs like USD ZAR. So this is USD ZAR. So a structure have been broken here, so I'll be expecting a move to the upside around this area and then a sell to the downside on this pair. So how do I set this up? So yeah, so this is what I'll do for this pair. Let's look at USD MXN. Yeah, so USD MXN have shown that there can be a move to the upside. So MSN is showing something different here. Very interesting. So if you are a bull on MSN, this is the time you should be buying this. But if you are a bear, then you have to wait. You have to wait till this thing move to the upside, and then we can bring it down. Yeah, so you have to wait for this thing to move to the upside, and then you can bring it down if you are a bear. But right now it's for bulls, so if you are a bear, waiting for something like this will be interesting. Yeah, something like this will be interesting if you are a bear on MSN. Something like this, and then you put a small stop loss a little above the highs here. Just something like this will be interesting. So I want to use this opportunity to invite you. We are organizing a program for women. It's titled Empowering Women in Forex Trading, where it is free. We are going to teach women how to trade Forex, and it's going to be free. If you want to be part of this event, you just go to www.jkmarkets.co.uk, then you move straight to bootcamp and then women in trading, and then you fill a registration form. After filling the registration form, you will be added to a pre-WhatsApp group where you will be given information ahead of the training. So I want you to be there. It's going to be a life-changing experience. It's going to give you a skill, it's going to give you a career. I want you to be part of that training. It's going to be an interesting training that will empower you when it comes to forex trading. I want to remind you again that forex trading is risky and is not suitable for everyone. Your past performance, good or bad, does not necessarily indicate your future success. So be humble when it comes to this market. Don't raise money you cannot afford to lose. Don't go and put your school fees into forex trading. Invest wisely, and then I'll see you again next week. Have a wonderful week.